Hi guys, this is Arkelle here, and I'm back with yet another session of Q&A. If you're new here, basically what I'll be doing is answering some questions that I've received from all of my subbies instead of having just music in the background. I still have quite a bit of more questions to go, so I'm going to head and get started. Question 28. What was the first of your original characters that you really focused on? Ugh. No contest. The first original character of mine that I really fell in love with and who has been a huge part of me ever since then is Shu. If you watch me on DeviantArt, then you probably are well aware of who Shu is. He's actually the character I used for an example in my graphite pencil hair tutorial also. You see, back when I was just starting to take art seriously, I had never really made characters of my own. Then I discovered the wonderful world of Pokemon Gijinka, as they are called, or more accurately, humanized versions of Pokemon. And suddenly I just went all out with character designing. I use it as practice because I knew that someday I wanted to make my own manga, so I needed to know how to design many types of characters, and this was the perfect way to do that and to practice. So anyways, about the 15th or so Pokemon Gijinka I had designed for myself was based off of the Pokemon Shuppet, which is one of my favorites ever, who I later named Shuichi, or of course Shu for short. No, his name is not Shu as in what you wear on your foot, but it is pronounced the same way. Yeah, at the time, he was a completely spontaneous character, and I had never really thought I would grow so attached to him. But now he's become the most precious character to me, still to this day. He's a huge part of one of the stories that I'm working on right now. But now though, I don't really think of him so much as a Pokemon anymore, but as a real character of mine. As I started to do with a lot of my Gijinka characters. I don't know, I just love him so much, and the story he is part of, I'm just working on so much all the time. I'll probably end up rambling about him and that story in one of my videos someday, considering that will probably one that I will never make into a manga for certain reasons. So yeah, I'll probably be rambling about that particular story someday, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, by the way, if you guys ever want to get lots of experience designing characters, making Pokemon Gijinkas are definitely the way to go. No better way to get design experience, I swear. Question 29. Did you use how to draw anime books when you first started out? Yes, like most people, I thought that I could learn all I needed to know from a book. Now, don't get me wrong, how to draw anime books can be wonderful and extremely helpful for a beginner. The important thing to remember is that a book is there to guide you, and not to rule your actions. The problem that I have with these types of books is that they often do not stress the importance of individualism and personal style. More often than not, then they would teach me how to draw in one particular style, and of course copying a style rather than creating your own is basically like cheating in a game. I recommend how to draw anime books because they will show you the basics, but remember that it is only there to guide you, and that directly copying invokes no amount of thought or creativity and will not help you in the slightest. Question 30. How do you choose color schemes for your art? This is a really good question. There are many ways to go about picking a color scheme, but I tend to consider three major things before I do. The first thing I consider is the mood or scene I want the artwork to convey. If I'm trying to draw a shadowy, dark place at night, using lots of really bright colors and very little dark colors wouldn't really make much sense. The second and most important thing to consider is the color wheel. Now, I'll probably make a tutorial about colors and the color wheel later, but the color wheel is designed to show you complementary and other pairings of colors. Where a certain color is on the color wheel will determine what colors will either clash and or complement against each other. And the last thing that I consider with colors are what colors that I like together. I tend to like some colors that are not so common, and because I like my artwork to be an expression of myself, of course I will try to use my own sense of color, but it's still paying attention to the guidelines set by the color. Alright guys, that's it for this session of Q&A. I will be posting more, of course, in another video sometime soon. I still have quite a bit more questions, which is lovely, of course. I'm always like, oh my goodness, so many questions. It's really great. Thank you so much for posting. As always, if you do have a question for me, you can go ahead and leave it in a comment below, and I'll either answer it directly or maybe put it in a video and answer it like this. Also, sorry guys, I haven't been doing a lot of tutorials recently and I've been a bit slower. Things are a bit, I have a lot of things to do, things are a bit busy lately. And I also think I might be getting sick, so it's kind of hard for me to talk into the camera recently. Just my voice is not, it's not the best recently, so it's been difficult to record the voiceovers for tutorials, so please forgive me for that. I'm definitely working very hard on it. I know you guys have been asking for quite a number of tutorials, the main, of course, being how I design and draw and come up with my original characters, which I am working on if I hadn't mentioned that before. Basically what I'm thinking about doing is, because it's such a wide, broad sort of concept that has so many parts, you can't really explain designing characters in only a few words. Because there's just so many things that go into it, I'm kind of going to be developing a little like workshop, I guess you could call it, and it'll be like a number of videos, each one, you know, kind of short and focusing on an individual aspect of designing characters. And you know, it could be just some basic aspect like, you know, naming or personality traits or something, or it could be like actual drawing, you know, how to design faces or things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely working hard on that, like I said. Sorry, I have been kind of slow about that. Like I said, my voice is not the best right now, so I'm so sorry, I love you guys. But thank you for watching. Bye!